Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's review, I'll be reviewing the DockTeck case for the Switch 2. Alright, so this was the DockTeck case that I had unboxed earlier. You can see that unboxing in a separate video that shows you everything that's included in the case. So one of the things I want to highlight first of all is we'd like to talk about the skin that comes with the DockTeck case. Now of course this is what the skin would look like on your Switch 2. And of course, let me go ahead and start up the switch or wake it from sleep. All right, so I'm going to start it up here. All right, so now that it's woken up, this is what it looks like, powered up. All right, so this is the case on. Now, this is the Switch 2, by the way. But straight away, you see they give you these gel skins. Now, I tell you right away is that the gel skins does make the Switch 2 look like the Switch 1. However, overall, some people might like the look or others may not. As for me, I do not really like the look of the gel skins themselves that comes with this unit. So if you want to take close attention, this is what it looks like from the back with the gel skin on. And of course, this is the side and this is the top. Now, of course, they cover the JoyCons left and right. And as you can see, they're color coded. This is the blue. Now the material is very soft and overall in the hand, it feels very smooth. So it gives you that smooth feel. So it gives a decent grip. It does feel like they might be slippery, but that's not the case. They give a gel-like, very spongy effect that's okay and feels very nice in hand and makes holding the Switch very comfortable. Now, as I said, I personally do not like them, so I personally would remove them. All right, so that's my choice. I'm going to remove them. But just before I remove them, notice how they neatly fit the Joy-Cons. They are very snug, well thought out. However, I just don't like the color. It makes it look too much like the first generation Switch. For some people, that might be okay. It looks good when they're separated though. I don't mind the look when they're separated, but for some reason, whenever they're attached to the Switch, it just doesn't work for me. So as for me, I'm going to remove these from my own personal use, but it still doesn't break the deal on what you get with the package. All right, so this is the Switch with everything removed, or should I say the skins removed. However, what I really like about this package is these thumb grips. It includes 2 sets of thumb grips, and this is the one for the right and the one for the left. These are perfect. They fit on nicely, and what they do is they give extra grips. So for example, when you're controlling your games, it feels perfect, and of course it will prevent your thumbsticks from wearing out and it gives you a better grip. So definitely a thumbs up on those thumb grips. Definitely worth the getting in terms of this package. So I love those thumb grips. They were perfectly designed. So I use my Switch as is with just the thumb grips on. I do not use the rubberized coverings. I only add those to show you what they are like. Oh, and before I forget, there's also the screen protector that comes with this kit. DockTeck did a very good job. In fact, you can't even see that there's a screen protector on it. It was a breeze installing it. I have a separate video on the installation. You can actually check that out for yourself. It went on with a breeze. There was not a single bubble. Everything worked out in the end, and of course it went on flawlessly. All right, so there's definitely a fiberglass screen protector on this now from the same company. You do get 2 screen protectors in the package. I've only used one. There's also a guide to make sure it goes on flawlessly and it goes on without any issues. At the end of the install, there was just one air pocket, and of course it was easy to simply massage that out. Otherwise, it went on flawlessly without issues. Everything was in place. It comes with your dry and wet wipes, and it went on flawlessly, perfect for those beginners, especially if you never install a screen protector. Once you see that, the only problem though is that there was no instruction, but if you can find a YouTube tutorial, you'll be fine, or general tutorial on screen installations. All right, so again, let me show you the case. Now what I like about the case itself is how hard it is. So as you can hear that it's very hard. I like the color scheme here with white and red and the black, and of course a hardened case, meaning it is protect your device from punches and so on. All right, if you go on the inside, and you can see here there's this section, and I keep my extra stuff in here. That includes the JoyCon clips that when you're in to secure the Joy-Cons to your wrists so they don't slip. So these are the wrist straps, I should say. So those fit perfectly up here. There's a section here for your games. So you simply get your game cards, remove them from their case, and then you can bring all the game cards that you want. There's a slot for 10 in total. So that's 4, 8, 10 in total, and it's padded and protected. You can slide your game cards right in here and you're good to go in terms of bringing around your games. I like here in that it's recessed, meaning that the Switch 2 can fit right into this section here nicely. And of course there's these straps that protect them from slipping. All right, another thing is that it fits perfectly. There's the indentations. I'm not going to put on the straps. The only problem I have at times is that when the straps are on over the top, I'm not going to put them on right now, and they're inside of the case, is that it might be a little tricky to get it out, but it's better than if it were to fall, it were to bounce around and get damaged. All right, so overall I love this case. I love that it comes with 2 screen protectors, it comes with the case itself, and it comes with the grips, which is the 2 rubber grips up here. I don't use those. And overall I would give this case a 4 out of 5. It's a solid case, a great value. The best thing about it is its price. It's under 20, it's way under 20. And of course, you'll find that you get the great value in terms of quality of the screen protector, quality of the grips, quality of the case itself, minus some just basic stuff. As I was said, I didn't like the straps. They are a little tricky to get off, and that's just me nitpicking, all right? So overall, there's plenty of space for 10 games. You get hardened protection. And the only thing I personally did not like is the grips or the rubberized coverings for your Joy-Cons. That's the only thing. And the price is hard to beat. You could have easily paid $30 or more for a package like this. And of course, it was, I think it's under 20. I don't want to quote the price. I think I got it for less than 15. But overall it's solid, so definitely check it out. I'll have it in the description, and you can purchase this if you like. It comes highly rated and I love it. All right, so otherwise I would just tell them to improve on those skin colors. Don't like those skins, maybe give us some other colors or something that would improve. Do not allow it to always look like the Switch, first generation Switch, or maybe just get the color scheme just right and they will be perfect. All right, so see you in the next one, guys. Bye.